Hello. Okay, so for writing this week, we are going to use the same slides as we did last week. I always do it like this in the beginning. So we're going to have 2 week units pretty much in writing. The first week, which was last week, I introduced a concept to you, which was the whole thing from beginning to end of the argument essay, from where we're starting now to where we'll end up in the fourth 9 weeks for our ACT Aspire. And then I give you a little practice. So a you do. I gave you 2 you-dos, just with step 1, reading the prompts and highlighting correctly. And then I gave you step 2, scaffolded, which means I gave you part of step 2, and I gave you a clarification video just in case you were confused. And then the last part, I gave you all of step 2. Okay. So I give you lessons and lessons and assignments, and I don't really help you with it because I want to know what you know after I give you your direct instruction, after I give you all of the information. I want to know what you know, okay? Now, this is the hardest part for students, especially at this time, because I love helping you and you're used to teachers helping you when you need help. That's fine. That's normal. But I will not help you, especially whenever we start doing these by ourselves and I'm timing you. I'm not going to help you. And a lot of students get a little frustrated and a little bit worried, and I've even had some tears whenever we start this. That's okay. You got to trust me on this. I know what I'm doing. I can produce really good writing out of you guys if you trust me with it. So I'm not going to give you a lot of assistance. I might give you a few tips or hints like I did on slide 13 and so on and so forth if I'm noticing a trend with everyone or with like 80% of the class doing the same mistake or problem. I'll address a little bit, but not a lot. Now the second week, which is what we're in now for our writing, not the second week of school. We're in the third week of school right now, but the second week of our writing, I'm going to go back after looking at all of them and really give you specific lessons on how to fix the big problems that I'm seeing, okay? Now, I only got to tell you this the first day of school, and I lasted 2 2/3 days the first week of school before I was quarantined. So I'm going to talk to you about this because writing is difficult. Students, whenever they come to me, even after, a lot of times have writing anxiety because the most common thing I get from students is, I don't know what to write about, or I don't know how long I should write it, or you get caught up in the words and not knowing what words to use. There's just a lot of problems that students can encounter when they're writing, okay? I am going to encourage you with the fact that I love teaching writing. This is my jam. I love teaching reading. I like teaching grammar. But I love it because it helps you with your writing. But writing is the thing that I am really passionate about teaching students because I know how to help you because I was you at one point in time. But the funny thing is, I didn't know I was bad at writing. I went from 6th grade through 12th grade thinking I was an amazing writer because I'm naturally just much better at English than I am at math. So I never had teachers call me back to teacher table and talk to me about what I was doing well and what I was doing poorly at in writing. I just got a letter, like an A, sometimes a B if I was being lazy. So I thought I was a great writer. And then I got to college and my professors were like, "Ugh, this is terrible." And I was like, "What? I'm a good writer." I wasn't a good writer. And I still kind of wasn't good all through high school or college until I became a teacher. And until I was introduced in my second state of working, in my first state, Mississippi, you did not have to do writing at all on your standardized test. So when I moved to Louisiana, I was introduced to the PARCC test. A lot of you guys took that a while back, where in the PARCC, you had to do 3 different styles of writing. And I didn't know the first thing about what I was going to do. So I worked very closely with other teachers to figure out how to correctly teach you guys. And this is the one thing in standardized teaching and in standardized testing that I absolutely love because writing is a skill that you're going to be using a lot. And even though we're using argument essays or being tested over specifically an argument essay in 5th and 8th grade for the ACT Aspire, the structure and the format of how I'm teaching you is going to be similar. Sorry, I'm itchy. Is going to be similar or the same from now until you graduate from college. It's a standard 5-paragraph essay. Can they get longer? Sure. They'll probably get longer as you get older. But the structure I'm teaching you is awesome. It's easy to learn. And those of you that are mathematically minded who usually don't love writing, I'm taking the guesswork out of it completely. There's a formula to it. It is color-coded for those of you that are visual learners that learn better from sight, or even those of you that are kinesthetic learners that do better with touch and have different cool tricks that help you learn. So I know what I'm doing with this. I need you to trust me with it. I'm good at teaching writing, and I'm going to make all of you, every one of you, not just a few of you, every single one of you a good writer, or at least a confident writer, meaning you're going to know what to do even if you don't love it. If you like creative writing, there's a little bit of creativity involved in it, but not a ton, okay? So I don't want to discourage those of you that love creative writing. But I know what I'm talking about, so really listen up because I'm going to help you with it, okay? All right, so whenever you're watching this, I want you to click on your document, okay? You don't have to do it while I'm teaching you this, but I am going to show you what I want you to fix, okay? So today we're focusing specifically on slide 6 and slide 8. I got a lot of yellow and green. That's great. That's exactly what I'm telling you. But I got a lot of yellow and green in some weird places, okay? Here's what I want you to do. I have divided it into 3 sections, okay? It's on slide 4's video, but it's a pretty long video. I understand if you didn't go back and rewatch all of it during class, okay? All right. Your directions say to read the prompt below, highlight the info to know yellow, and the reason statements green. Let me break it down for you. First sentence, you are going to write an essay in which you express or support your opinion. It's almost always going to sound exactly like that, and that might even be the exact wording that it has. You don't ever touch the first sentence of the prompt at all, okay? It's just telling you what to expect as you read. All right, next section. Your parents are considering giving you a bedtime of 9 p.m. during the week. Many parents already have these early bedtimes and have seen many advantages, but not all parents would agree. Stop. Your info to know is yellow, and it's always sentence 2 and 3. I'm going to tell you a tip. Sentence, what am I doing? 2 and 3. All right. I call it the info to know because this is not at all telling you what to do or asking a question. It is simply information you need to know to correctly answer. Your parents are considering giving you a bedtime during the week. Is it asking you anything? No. Is it telling you how to write this? No. It is just information. Second or third sentence. Many parents already have these early bedtimes and have seen many advantages, but not all parents would agree. Is it asking you a question? No. Is it telling you how to write anything? No. It is just giving you information. That's why it's called info to know. It is yellow because later on, as you watched on slide 4 in the video last week, it's going to help us color code our introduction and conclusion, and it makes a stoplight red, yellow, green, and so it's just easy to remember, okay? Just do it. Just do it yellow. I saw a lot of you guys have this part green. The green is in the next section. I'll tell you why in a minute, okay? Basically, everything after the yellow, sentence 4 and down, is going to be green, okay? So everything from here down is green. Now, do you notice that I clicked off of this box in the table and clicked down here to highlight separately? If I try to highlight all of it, it's going to make everything highlighted, and I don't want my yellow to turn green, okay? It won't be like that normally, but I wanted you to see that there's definitely a division in each section of the prompt, okay? So, first sentence, don't touch it, never highlighted. Second and third sentence, yellow, info to know, just telling you information, not asking you a question, not telling you how to write your essay. And now, let's reread. Everything below the yellow is green. That's always how I remember it. And think about this. Green, go and write your essay. That's how I always explain it, and I'm going to explain it. Green, go to your reason paragraphs whenever we do intro and conclusion, okay? So it has to be down here at the bottom so that then you can go and write your essay underneath it. Get it? All of the tricks and highlighting and color coding and whatnot I'm teaching you all help something in your mind connect the dots and remember how to do it correctly, okay? All right, I am going to correctly upload this specific slide 6 to your slideshow. I want you to check slide 8. I want you to make sure it looks like this, okay? I want you to make sure your slide, no, I'm just doing 8 because I'm doing slide 6 for you. I want you to make sure that it's yellow, sentence 2 and 3, green from there down. So green means go and write your essay below, okay? I want you to correct this, all right? The next day, I believe it'll be Thursday, we're going to correct 11 and 14 because there are some big things that I want us to look at, okay? All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow in person. Bye.